When I was young, before I met my wife, I'd lived in a small industrial town. It was famous for its tap water, which was not just terrible for drinking, but even for boiling. At first, like my neighbors, I used to run to the nearest store to quench my thirst. And then I accidentally learned from a neighbor that there was a well outside the city. Dug near a small village, the well looked quite ordinary, and the water from it was quite good. The water was delicious. So I began to save on water, and once a week I went out of town with jars. But it was not until the winter. On the New Year's Eve, when my supply of drinking water was running low, I decided to go to the well again. When I got there, it was like in a fairy tale. Everything was covered with snow. The snow lay like a duvet, and it was clear that there was no one here yet. After enjoying the picture, I went to get water. Usually, I just lowered the bucket into the well, lifted it up, and poured the water into a glass jar. Just 5 minutes and voila! A week's supply of water is already in my trunk. I did the same thing that time. I dropped the bucket into the well and waited for the water to fill it, thinking about something else. I was distracted from my thoughts by some strange sound. Crunching snow and creaking footsteps. I turned around. No one. Alright, I thought I saw it. I picked up the bucket, poured it into the jar, and lowered it a second time. Again a rustle, and again no one. It creeped me out. No one around, no birds, no animals, but I can hear that someone's nearby. At this point, I turned my gaze to the trailway to the well. There, right next to my size 45 footprints, are the marks of bare human feet with some triangles. The trail ended a few meters away, and there it disappeared. At that moment, I was really scared. Then something happened that I didn't expect for myself. The footprints began to appear closer to me, and in my confusion, I splashed water from the jar to where the creature was supposed to be standing. A scream and squeal pierced the stillness of the winter forest. Then the footprints hurried away from the well. Needless to say, a couple of seconds later, I found myself in the car without any jars and water. What it was, I don't know even to this day. But I'm sure of one thing. The footprints that went to the well weren't my imagination. After that incident, I never came back to the well and tried not to recall it. I only know that it was bricked up the same spring.